What's good, YouTube? It's the boy Sean Belly, and I'm back with another episode of My Humble Opinion, man. We got another legend in the building, man.
Clive Pullen, captain of the Kingston College team. Very versatile athlete. Tell us, what is your favorite event? You do so many events.
Jamaican legend, Razorback legend.
Great speed, hits the board. It's a good jump. It's a very good jump.
The jump legend, just a legend in general, bro. He's a coaching legend now, but hey, Clive, what you got to say for them, man? What you got to say for them?
Man, so happy to be on here, man. My pleasure.
I appreciate you pulling up to the show, bro. I've been trying to get you on here for a little minute, and so you can let the people know what's going on with you and the legend himself, bro. Got to let them know, but the legend himself, he's in the building. So, we could jump into these questions real quick. So the first one I got for you is, how did you start playing? Like, obviously you're an athlete. So how did you start in the track world or playing sports in general?
Well, to be honest with you, coming from Jamaica, obviously, them type of stuff is pretty much second nature, from going around playing in your neighborhood with your friends and neighbors and, PE, that's a big thing in Jamaica too, and that kind of spills over into sports day. And I remember, I've always lived outside of Kingston, but always attended school in Kingston.
Right.
And so it was one of those things where in my household, balancing was huge. My dad, he played sports growing up. And so, we never wanted to be just bookworms. My mom was very academic. And so she was heavy on the academics. Both my parents were academic educators too.
Right.
So
Right.
my mom was more of the bookworms type. My dad was more of the outside type. And so
Right. Good balance for you.
there were good balances for us. And so, growing up, played cricket, played soccer, ran track, and kind of stuck with those three all the way through elementary school, all the way through high school. And it wasn't until, I want to say, probably grade 10 or 11 when I started like zoning in on any one sport. But I was always a sports guy, watched sports growing up, played sports. I was just always the active one.
I got you. All right, cool. So you kind of my next question was, what is it like growing up playing sports, and you kind of answered that. So I'm gonna jump into my next one.
All right.
So what high school did you attend back home in Jamaica?
Kingston College.
Okay, but big up yourself. Big up Kingston College in the building.
What do you expect for the rest of the season?
I'm just trying to keep healthy right throughout and hope for the best and train very hard and hope to succeed again. I just have to give God thanks. I came second last year, came with the expectation of winning this year, and I did it. I'm very, very elated.
Big up yourself.
I just came back from champs. I just came back from Acer Boys and Girls champs. Went down there to support some of our signees and recruit per usual, and was able to watch my team bring home the championship. So that was a good feat.
Listen, so since you brought that up, that's a segue into my next question. Let's talk about the world famous champs, bro. And like everyone, I guess, who more in the track world around the world know how big of an event champs is back home in Jamaica. So tell me about that, bro. You participating in it, and also now, like you just said, being a coach, kind of going out there to support your signees and I guess recruit as well. So talk about champs, bro.
So champs, it's funny. I remember I attended a prep school called Arden Prep.
Okay.
Arden Prep and Extension High School. And my mom attended Arden High School, and that's a very academic school. That's like the Campions, the Immaculate, the St. Andrew. Arden High is like one of the Harvards as well in Jamaica.
Okay, that's
and
crazy.
So funny enough, for those who don't know, in the Caribbean, for every level of education that you go through, you have an exit exam. So from elementary school level, you go all the way through grade 6. And after grade 6, as opposed to in the States where you just go to school in your district or region, schools are ranked based off academics back home. And so in grade 6, you take an exit exam, and it's called a GSAT. That examination places you in your high school. So you have people that live all the way in Montego Bay and go to school in Kingston. You got kids that live in Kingston, go to school all the way in Montego Bay. Just depends on, their liking and the level. Yeah, absolutely. And so I remember competing in elementary school, I'd always see scouts at these meets, but I was just so naive to all of that. I'm just running,
You
you know what I'm
young, bro,
saying?
doing what you're doing. Yeah.
I'm just doing my thing. And
Right.
so fast forward to when I took those exit exams, and you get 5 choices of schools that you'd like to attend. And
Okay.
obviously they're tiered based on if you get the average score that is required for that school. So if, for instance, if you got 100% average on that exit exam, you will very likely be given your first choice of
Right.
5 schools.
Got
And
you.
so, and that goes down all the way to 5. And if you just bomb the exam, they just throw you
5.
somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or you might not get a choice. You just
Oh,
get
yeah, true.
their choice.
Yes, yeah, just place you somewhere. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember getting my results for the GSET exams, and I passed for my mom's alma mater, Arden High School. And I was
Right.
so ecstatic. I was super, super happy and proud of myself. And I knew when my parents came to pick me up, there was going to be a celebration.
Hey.
Um, so said, so done. It was a celebration until we were on our way home, and I had my mom's phone, and I saw her getting a text saying, "Welcome to the Kingston College family," and I was so lost. I was so confused. I'm like, this was a spam text or
Oh,
something.
see?
It was the wrong number. But lo and behold, all of this
uh,
stuff was transpiring behind me,
right.
and it was to be the greatest decision made on my behalf because
Mm.
kid you not,
Blessing in disguise.
oh my goodness, like it was the best decision on my behalf because here I am now, and we talk about all the success that followed behind me after that point, and it
Correct.
was like
Correct.
that. I mean, they shouldn't have gone any other way.
Right. That's right.
KC
Hmm.
is the greatest high school in the world. I am on here to set the record straight.
Let
Straight
them
up.
know, bro. Let them know,
Yes,
bro. Hey,
man.
talk your
So
talk, bro.
yeah, man.
Talk your
So
talk,
it's
bro.
funny. Like after that, I remember now, since obviously I'm gonna go to this school, I'm starting to become curious. I'm like, okay, I've never gone to Boys and Girls Champs. I
Hmm.
told my prep school coach that I would like to go. He took me, and the atmosphere, just as a
Mm.
spectator, the atmosphere that I experienced, I was like, this is insane,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Okay, well, fast forward, I'm a seventh grader at KCE, and I'm looking back at even just history. Like, you get the subject, you're in a class called history, and you're thinking maybe it's gonna be like Caribbean history or American history or world history. And
Right.
from grade 7 to grade 9, you're taught Kingston College history. And so
They
a
that
lot of
serious about it,
yeah,
bro.
it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
big deal. It's a huge deal.
That's
And so a
crazy,
lot of
bro.
people from the outside that aren't KC people, or they can't relate to it. They'll think that KC is a, you've heard it all the time. KC is a cult. KC is this. KC
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
Hmm.
and to me, you got to live it to believe it, and you got to live it
Hey,
to understand it.
I feel that.
I
Yeah.
say that KC would be more like a fraternity,
Right, 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 right.
you
That's what I was
know.
thinking in my head when you was explaining it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a brotherhood. It's a
Brotherhood or
it's a it's
sisterhood.
a
Yeah.
right. It's a
You
it's a
know,
all
brotherhood
guys
because
school.
it's all guy. I know. I remember that. I
It's
remember
a
you
it's a
telling me
all
that
guys
when we was in
school.
school. Yeah. Hmm.
All the girls them love the KC man them. Yeah, all the girls them love the KC man them.
I
So
feel
whenever I
that,
hear
bro.
people say, oh, KC is a cult, sometimes I'm very pressing to address them and say, cult by itself
Hmm.
is looked down upon,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a
But
negative connotation.
what they don't even understand is cult is shortened for culture.
Mm,
And the
mm.
culture is where it's at.
Right, right, right,
They
right,
have a
right, right, right,
culture, and
right,
they foster the culture, and it goes generation to generation to generation, and each one helps one. Each
right,
one helps one. And so being a Kingston College student athlete,
right.
there was a certain level of expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right, right,
It's automatically expected that we win.
right, right,
Whether
right,
you
right.
are like that or not, it is expected from you have on that uniform
That
and you
yeah,
step out there to
performance.
represent.
Right,
It is expected that you represent and
right,
represent
right,
at a
right.
very high level. And
Correct.
so, you know, through you know through my stint at Kingston College, from a Boys and Girls Champ standpoint, to this day, I'm still the only student athlete that has ever scored 100 points throughout my entire high school career. One and only.
That's
You know, I went to
crazy, bro. I
went
did
to
not
go,
know that, bro. I did not
yes,
know that. That's crazy, bro. Kudos, my boy.
from grade 7 to grade 13, and I still left with a year uh on my clock that I could have
Taken.
stayed back
Mm-hmm.
and done.
Right.
But you know, that was just not gonna fly with my parents. They
Nah.
no,
Get
you
out of
don't.
there.
No, you've done your time. You've
Right. Get out of
represented
there.
to the fullest.
Right.
You're not repeating a class and getting
Right.
held back just to go to champs. No, that's
Nah,
not.
yeah, that's yeah. You gotta
Yeah,
progress. You gotta progress for sure.
absolutely,
All right.
absolutely. And so champs, you know, champs is the biggest high school championships in the world. It is the
I
only
believe
high
it.
school championship that is currently on the World Athletics calendar. I'm
That's
talking,
crazy.
you
I did not
have
know that. That's
World Athletic
crazy.
representatives, you have shoe brand companies representatives, you got agents, you got media from all over the world, from
Hella
as
scouts
far
for
as
sure. Hella
Asia.
scouts.
Absolutely. I mean, the
Yeah.
entire NCAA is there recruiting. You
Facts.
know,
Yeah.
if you were a coach at the NCAA level, you would be
Crazy
out
not to
over your
go.
mind not
Yeah.
to attend.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
absolutely, because it's the grassroots level, and track and field is cultivated so well from the grassroots level. I'm talking
Right.
from as early as the basic school, and basic school would be considered like kindergarten.
Correct.
You are in the national stadium going
Mm-hmm.
off the same starter, and your parents down at the finish line, and they are holding out their hands, and that's why they teach you to run in a straight line.
Hey, see, that's how y'all. That's why y'all doing what y'all doing on the world stage, bro.
You
Cause
know what I'm saying?
y'all take it very seriously, bro. We could tell.
Absolutely,
We could tell as the
absolutely,
outside, like outsiders looking in. We could
yes.
tell for sure.
At every level there is development and consistent development all the way through professional. And so
Mm-hmm.
if you're a sprinter, um, you know, unless you're just not that great, you
Right.
look to venture out. If you're a technical event, whereas I was a jumper at the
Right.
time, I just felt like I was ready to explore some other expertise overseas. And so that's
Right.
how I landed at the University of Arkansas
Right.
and
We gonna get
and
into
so
that.
on.
We gonna get into
Yeah,
that. We can get into
yeah.
that. For
But yeah,
sure.
man, Champs is the breeding ground of talents from Jamaica. And it is so serious that every other Caribbean island finds a way to get their best athletes to Jamaica to spend at least a year or two
That's a fact.
in the high
That's a
school
fact.
level
That's a
because they
fact.
know what the result is going to be like. You
That's a
know,
fact, bro.
give you names like Julian Alfred, the freshly crowned Olympic champion
Barbade.
from St. Lucia.
St. Lucia. Okay.
She
The other.
attended high school in Jamaica.
Okay, St. Lucia. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
She went to St. Catherine High.
I did not know that. Did
Absolutely.
not know that.
You know, a lot of athletes come to Jamaica, and it's to the point where it got so overbearing of foreign athletes flocking to Jamaica at the high school level that the ISA, which is the governing body of all high schools, came in and was like, okay, we got to have some control over this. Like, we can't just have
Yeah.
the 20 people just come from Trinidad, just come into the high school and just say they just jump in for KC. Like, so
Right.
they have a quota system now that kind of filters that down and puts some level of control around it. So, you know,
Right.
it's a cool thing. I think it's great.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that show, like I say, like you saying, that shows the level of, you know what I mean, competitiveness one. And it's the level of hard. Like y'all just work hard there, bro. Like track and field is y'all thing, bro. I can't.
Absolutely.
I'm from the Caribbean as well, but hey, if you take basketball, y'all could take track. You know what I mean in the
Absolutely.
Caribbean. So we could just have it like that. All right, so just getting into that, bro. So I see here that you participated in the Carifta Games and also the CAC Games, right?
Yes.
So 2010 long jump gold, 2011 long jump silver, 2012 long jump gold, 2013 long jump silver, 2013 triple jump gold. So these are accolades to you as a youth. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, Carifta experience and also that CAC experience, and
Yes.
then you know, obviously you super sharp. So I'm gonna let you explain to the audience kind of what Carifta is, because they probably don't know. So explain all that in one.
So to bring you even further back, I made my first international team at the age of 9 years old.
Oh man,
I
did
made
not
my
know that.
first
See it, that. Hey,
CAC age group championships. I believe that was in El Salvador, and
Mm.
I have made every team possible made from a youth and junior level all the way to a senior level. There has not
Facts.
been a
That's a
championship
facts. That's a
out
fact.
there that I have never participated in.
That's
And
crazy.
so CAC Games, that's Caribbean, it's the Caribbean and Central America Championships.
Correct.
The Carifta Games is considered the championships for the region of the Caribbean, excluding countries like Cuba and Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the CUT Games is also a Caribbean centered championships as well, and it kind of tears down to age groups. They have under 9, under 13, under 15, under 17, under 20. And so I've made my first international team at 9, made every single team every year since then. So every year in high school, I was on a national team. Summertime, I never had a summer from about 9 years old.
Hey,
I
people
was, I
understand.
was, I was always, on some national duties. And so, fast forward to high school and making the Curve games and being able to. It's one thing you win at champs. You Curve sometimes land roughly around 2-3 weeks after boys and girls champs.
Mm-hmm.
You go to that, and then what follows on the calendar usually is pen relays, and then you'll have like your senior and junior championships later on down in June, July area, and then if there's a championships down in the summer, which usually is around World Youth World Championship time, that kind of spells out the calendar. But it was great to one conquer in the Jamaica. That's your turf, and then you
Of
come and you
course.
try to see where you size up in the region of the Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you listed out some of my accolades. Being able to win at that level is super big.
Oh yeah.
Now you've conquered the country of Jamaica. Then you've conquered the Caribbean.
Caribbean. Mm-hmm.
Now you're that
The world.
you're the guy in that
Right.
hemisphere.
Right.
Then you try to go over and go to the CAC games where you get to compete with US, not the US, Cuba, Mexico,
Mexico. Yeah.
Puerto Rico, those countries try to size yourself up there. And
Right.
then from that point, it's the world, you
Right.
know?
Right. Right.
And so it's good stepping blocks, in my opinion, for development as well and competition.
Correct.
I like to say I've getting asked this question a lot. How did like champs prepare me for college and even further on the senior level? And I say it one too many times. I feel like it's truly what I believed. Having won at Boys and Girls Champs, the only next meet that made me nervous was the Olympic Games.
Oh wow.
And
Oh
so
wow.
the confidence it gives you when you're competing in front of 40,000 people and your school is there and you know that you're competing not just for yourself, but it's for a reason and it's for a team championships. When you
Right.
branch out and then go compete for your country, these are lads that you competed against at champs.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are guys that now are your teammates. Now
Right.
you feel like you got backative and you can
Right.
go
Right.
take
Right.
on
Right.
anyone.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know?
Right. You got ammo.
Yeah, you literally got ammo, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
you're super confident, and you go out there, and it's you're competing free.
Right.
There's
Right.
no real pressure. I think Trump creates a lot of pressure that if you're able to come out of that on top,
Right.
you're ready to compete at any level.
That makes sense, bro. I mean, bro, if you haven't seen it yet, my view is like, bro, y'all gotta, YouTube champs, or the next time it's live, y'all gotta definitely look at the champs, bro. Like, it's a definitely a spectacle, bro. It's crazy out there for sure.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I want to get into this, bro. So, how did the opportunity to triple jump in college come about?
Okay, so that's actually a funny story. So I started out as a sprinter, and
Mm.
at elementary school
I
level.
think the hurdles, right? You told me the hurdles you
Well,
did
well,
back in the
well,
day too.
before we even get to the
Prior to that.
hurdles. So it
Okay.
started out as sprinting,
Right.
and I would always clash with this guy. His name was Antonio Henry. He went to Vast Prep. I went to Arden Prep. He went to Vast Prep. So we would
Mm.
always clash at the championship.
Right.
And throughout the developmental meets, they would hide him, but I would be competing. And I'd win up, get champion boy, all this jazz. Well, when we got to championships, every single time I would get runner up to this guy, right?
Oh
And
man.
and Arden Prep, if anyone that knows Arden Prep, it's a smaller school. They're not really known for sports like that. They will be in the mix, but they're not like winning championships and all of that
I mean,
stuff.
they
We
have
don't have the depth.
one or two athletes who really,
One or
really
two
good
at
type
least
of
pop
thing.
out and
Yeah.
yeah, get in the
Yeah.
mix.
I get it. I understand.
Well, I'd always get second place to this guy Antonio, and my coach was like, "Hey man, we should probably add an event so that you could have more points. That when you
Right.
do get runner up in these two sprint events, you'll have a next event that you could boost your points, and then the overall champion boy, which is based off of points allocated, will be me." All
Right.
right,
Yeah.
cool. Well,
Yeah.
I started out high jumping
Oh, I did
in
not know that.
addition to sprint events.
I did not know that,
And
bro.
so I high jumped all the way through elementary school and high jumped in high school.
Hmm.
I started long jumping towards the tail end of my elementary school stages, and then I also long jumped in high school. Well, because I sprinted in prep school as well, they knew that I had some abilities in that
Makes
regard.
sense. It goes
And
hand in hand. It goes hand
yes,
in hand for sure.
and so I would long high jump, and then I'd run on the 4x1.
Oh my god. I
Well,
did.
yeah, yeah. And so that
They try
guy,
to
the
kill
guy,
my boy.
no, I was just a jack of all
I
trades.
feel like
So,
yeah,
so,
bro.
so Antonio ended up going to KC just like me. So
Oh
we were,
man.
we were, we were, we were,
Practicing together.
yeah, we were clashing in prep school. No, we became teammates in high school. And
Wow.
so he would take over the sprints, I would take over the jumps, and then we'll meet on the 4x1. All right, cool.
That's dope, bro.
Well, appreciate you. Eighth grade come around, ninth grade come around. I'm winning high jump and long jump, and then grade 9 comes around, and I'm still in class 3, and they know that I am savvy in other events too, so they tried me out in the hurdles, and then I did the hurdles, and I tied for first. I won long jump and I won high jump, got champion,
Ooh.
right? And I'm
Goat.
good.
Goat status.
I'm in that wave. So
Right.
I'm hurdles 4x1, long jump, high jump, cool. Did that. Grade 10 come around. They started trying me out in other events because everyone knew that I was pretty much the danger guy. I'm the wild card, and they can use me in any facet. And
Right.
so to trip up or opposing teams, they would have me do other events. So they'll have me at one track meet. They had me do discus, and I threw like 56 meters and
Yeah.
like ranking top 3 going into champs. I threw the
That's
javelin. I threw like 57 meters in javelin or whatever the case was, and I was top 5 in the javelin. So you have me long jump, high jump, you have me hurdles, you have me discus, you have me javelin,
javelin.
you have me
Yeah.
4x1. You really don't know which
What?
3 personal events that they're going to throw me.
Yeah.
So you'll have my competitors or the opposing teams head in shambles
Head
because
going.
they don't know where they're going to play me, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's
All right.
crazy, bro. Good strategy.
So good strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Our management team screwed up just a little bit. I want to say it was my first or second year class 2. So I was about 15, 16 years old at the time.
Right.
And or 14, 15. What if not range? 14 to 16 range.
Right.
Because they had me like that throughout the developmental meets, when they sent in the entries, they never highlighted which events I was gonna do. So on entry, it seemed like they had me entered in like 5 or 6 events.
Oh.
Other
Will that
opposing
disqualify
teams,
you?
started protesting about it,
Ah, see, that's
coming with
crazy.
the angle that they're
They're
murdering the
trying to
kid.
cheat. Yeah.
Or they're like, the kid is in 6 events. He's not gonna. They're trying to kill him.
Yeah. That's
ASA in turn banned KC with my entries. And
wow.
there was a back and forth bickering, and then they came back, and it was like he could only do one event, and so they entered me in the long jump because Jeremy had me do one jump in the long jump, and
Damn.
that one jump held up to win the competition. So fast forward,
That's crazy, bro.
yeah, I know it was wild. They always knew of me to be like a one jump wonder guy.
Mm.
Um, First jump was a killer. And if you look at the trend of all the Kingston College athletes, star athletes, jumpers in particular, we're good. We're going to pop off huge and put the field under pressure early.
Off rip, yeah.
And if anybody feel like they want to test, we got ammo. So accept it if you want to. Yeah. And so fast forward, um, I remember it was a Carifta Trials. This had to be like my second to last year of champs. There's a Carifta Trials, and I was ranked number one in long and high. And the way the federation works in Jamaica at the junior level, when selection is happening for junior athletes, it is very rare that you have an athlete that's selected for just one event. They usually select athletes that are versatile, that can do more than one event based on the quota of athlete entries. And
Right.
so if you are being selected for a single event, you would have had to win that event very convincingly.
Mm.
Now, if you come second or third or worse, you would have to be in the selection conversation. You would have had to score higher in a second event.
Right.
Now, I was entered in the long jump only,
Right.
and I was ranked number one in the high jump, but did not declare. High jump already passed. Long jump comes around, and I got second or third. I completely shut the bed. And
Mm.
I was getting nervous because I'm like, dang, everybody knows that I am the guy. And I probably just underestimated the field and just, I don't know what it was on that day, but I got third, fair and
Right.
square.
Right.
And there was one event left the following day, or probably it was later that day. I don't remember the time frame of it, but I remember vividly because Jeremy was like, you want to make the team or what? And I was like, yeah, I want to make the team. And him say, well, you have one chance. You have to learn for triple jump in a 15 minutes. I'm going to say, yeah, all right, game on. Sign me up. All right.
Wow.
I
That's crazy.
remember I remember going out there and don't know a lick of nothing about triple jump.
That's
I did
crazy.
I did a long
Natural
jump.
athlete, bro.
Oh my God. I did a long jump, stumble to a step to a next long jump, and I
Right.
landed in the pit and jumped like 14 something. And
Mm.
and I was selected on the team. I didn't do triple jump. But then fast forward now, we would have had probably a month to go before champs.
Right.
Got some more training. Come to the championships, and I was like, I want to say 5 or 6 centimeters away from the record. And the record was like a long standing record, like 30 something years. And
Wow.
and I'm like, yo, at the time, triple jump was also the open event at Champs because usually a big man jump triple jump. Like little small man, them class 3, class 2, you need them weak and like your body not
Yeah.
really mature. Triple
Right,
jump is a
right, right.
very like violent event,
Rigorous, yeah, bro.
like
Yeah, yeah. You were
you
putting
have
that,
to be strong to
yeah, bro.
manage triple jump and jump well.
Right.
And so I jumped that first year and I was in the mix with beer class 1 man. These are like
Mm.
seniors in high school and juniors. And I'm a
Right.
little class 2 man that
Right.
like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
Jumped and I won. Beat up the
Wow.
class 1 man them. And I was just shy of the champs record. And then the
Right.
following year would have been my world junior year. And did the champs, jump at champs again in the triple jump, broke the champs record, and then went on to going to World Juniors. That was later on, I want to say that was 2012. Yeah, that was in Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
And became the first Jamaican to become a finalist at the World Junior in triple jump. And I was jumping with guys like Pedro Pichardo and those guys.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Remember
And
heard that name
so,
before.
yeah, like we're all in the same age group. So whenever
Mm-hmm.
we would get sent to Cuba for practice, like in December's, like Christmas breaks, I would be around those guys. One Miguel Echeverria, Dan Robles, those guys were seniors at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Pichardo and I were juniors, and
Mm-hmm.
just a bunch of jumpers from Cuba.
Right.
Anyways, long story short, so you asked, how did I get into triple jumping? I
Right.
got into triple jumping on a mess up on my behalf, and I got thrown into the fire, and I had to figure it out in 15 minutes. And
That's
then,
crazy,
and then
bro.
a month and a half of training later, I jumped like 15-7, and then
Almost
the
breaking a
following year, I
record.
break the record. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when I
Wow.
went to college, I got recruited, I went to college, and I went to college as a jumper, not specifically a triple jumper. I went to college as a
Just
jumper.
jumper. So okay.
And so when I got to college, we had like 6 guys that were over 8 at the time, and I was just like, solid. I don't need to long jump. I go solid. I'm gonna be at the bottom of the pile
Right, right,
and in
right,
long
right.
jump, but that just may have been a blessing in disguise. Now I get an opportunity to focus on
Focus
triple
on, yeah,
jumping.
yep,
And
for
it's
sure.
fresh to me, it's new. I'm curious, I'm doing well, and I'd like to do even better. And so that's how I really honed in and start focusing solely on triple jump throughout college and then furthermore.
Got you. So the opportunity to triple jump in college. All right. So how did that recruiting thing come about, and like, ultimately you committed to the Razorbacks. How did that come about?
So by the time I was a senior, I was hot bread. Like every school, I probably had like 24 offers, and all
Let's give me your all right. So you committed to the Razorbacks, right?
yes.
Give me your let's say top three, right? And if you, I
Mhm.
guess if you didn't commit to the Razorbacks, you know what I mean? Like your top three. Give
My
me,
top three would
mm-hmm,
have been University of Florida.
of course.
This
I
is
understand.
outside of Arkansas. University of Florida, Texas
Mm-hmm.
A&M, Alabama. At the time would have been, if not Arkansas, one of them three.
I got you. Okay, okay. So what ultimately you saw like, damn, like, well, them schools good, but bro, Arkansas is, I think, the place for me. What influenced that decision?
So good question. For me, I think I was pretty set on my goals of becoming an Olympian number one. That was my biggest goal. That was pretty much the goal I was shooting for, and I wanted to attain like in short order, not like when I done college and 10 years later.
Right,
No,
right,
like I was fresh out of high school, and it felt like a carrot dangling in front of my face, and I wanted it bad.
right.
Travis Gifford
Shout
started
out, coach.
recruiting.
Shout out,
Yes,
Coach
man,
Geppy.
absolutely. He started recruiting me way earlier than any other school could have had hands on me. And it's good because at the time we had Elaine Bailey and Tarek Batchelor, who he inherited at the University of
Shout out
Arkansas.
Tariq. Shout out my boy.
Absolutely. Those guys were at Arkansas, and Tariq is still a bigger brother figure for me, right? And we ended up studying same career path, computer engineering, academic wise, and athletic wise. He was the one that paved the way as a KC man. Growing
Mm,
up watching them guys as seniors, I'm like, damn, man, got that school there, that youth there. Yeah, my big brother that I'm on got that school there. But
yeah, yeah,
even surpassing all of that, to be honest with you, my connection with Travis was what pulled me to Arkansas.
yeah. Mm,
I never went to Arkansas for Arkansas.
got
And I
you.
think a lot of kids nowadays they get caught in the brand of these schools
True.
and thinking that the brand is the tradition, and it's not that. The
No.
tradition are the people. You know,
Right,
like
right.
we just watched Sweet 16 and basketball and all this stuff, and we saw Calipari left Kentucky. Calipari is the tradition. Calipari gets to Arkansas, and then Arkansas starts flourishing.
Right,
Before Calipari was at Arkansas, Arkansas was just a brand that wanted to be good and had a history of being good, but in the current was not good.
right.
And
Especially
so
the year prior for sure.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
so for me, the A&Ms and the Floridas and the Alabamas and the Georgias and all these other schools, they all have a brand. And we
Right,
all have known of these brands for decades.
right.
But things and times have changed
Drastically.
drastically. And so, had it not been for Travis, I
Mm-hmm.
would not have been at Arkansas. If Travis
I
was at
got
the
you.
University of Utah,
Would
that
have been
was where I was
Utah.
going to be. It just so happened that the stars aligned and Travis was at Arkansas at the time I was being recruited,
Right,
and that's where I ended up. But
right.
I never went to Arkansas because of the brand. No way.
Yeah, because the coach that you connected with, and it made sense, but you felt that, hey, he's gonna help me get to that next level, and
Absolutely.
he gonna help me. He gonna help me to live out my dreams,
Absolutely. And
essentially.
it's crazy because, you know, I felt like Travis was just a genuine dude. He's just
Facts, bro.
he still is. He
I just
still
about to say,
is.
anyone who know Coach Gappy, bro, know that he down to earth,
Genuine
and
guy.
oh, big
Genuine
time,
guy.
big time.
And take the coaching out of it, that guy has helped me develop as a man. And
And
that
as
supersedes
a father
sports.
as well, probably.
You know what I'm
You
saying? So
shout out, little man.
absolutely, little Chase.
Yeah, shout out Chase, bro.
Yeah, man. But seriously, like it's one of them things where, for me at the time, in 24 offers, all of them are full rides. So it
Jesus
wasn't a,
Christ.
it wasn't a money thing at that
No,
point.
no,
So
no.
I even, I'm now a coach, and in the recruiting process, I'm trying to explain to these kids, like, look, man, like you have to look past the money. You have to. If the money is what drives you, you're gonna be led astray. You're gonna go where the brightest glitter is, and sometimes not all that glitters that is gold,
Facts,
right?
yeah, facts.
And so a lot of times you got these athletes and they get screwed over by just getting distracted by the glitter and not
Mm-hmm.
realizing their path and where they're trying to get to. And
Correct.
so, you get lost into this money talk, and there's a lot of factors that are excluded in the money talk. And I even
Correct.
get into that too. I go, if you have 5 offers and the 5 of them are 100%, you have to look past the scholarship, because obviously that's the common denominator.
Right. Everyone giving you the scholarship money.
Everybody giving you the exact same scholarship, so it
Right.
cannot be the money. And you cannot say to me now that all those 5 scholarships are different money. Yeah, they're going to be different money, but the biggest factor in that is location, the
Correct.
geographic location, and the cost of living wherever that school is. That
Correct.
determines the fluctuation of the dollar amount, but it's not a different value. The
Right.
value is
Because
100%.
right.
And
Exactly.
so
100% is
when
100%.
all the, you know what I'm saying? 100% is
Mm-hmm.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
But $100 is a different $100 wherever you are. You know
Correct.
what I'm saying? If you're making 100K in Arkansas or Kansas, you're living.
Oh yeah. Oh
If you're
yeah.
making if you're making 100K in California, you're living out your car. But it's 100K. It's the same 100K.
Right.
But the
Right. Right.
100K different.
Right.
But if it's
Right. Right.
100%,
Right.
then if it's 100%, maybe 100% in Arkansas means 100K, and 100% in California means $1 million. The
Right.
dollar figure
Exactly.
changes, but the value still remains the
Still the
same.
same. Yeah. Hey,
And so,
great breakdown, boy. I like that analogy.
absolutely, man.
For sure.
I try to put that's my job now. I try to put on athletes in
Right.
their decision making, just for them to understand. Now, if a school is offering you 80 and the next school is offering you 100, then goddamn it, the 100% is better.
Right.
If
Right.
we're talking solely about the value.
Right. Right.
Now, maybe the value you getting at the 80% is way better than the 100%. Maybe that coach just brand new, like him don't even know nothing about the event that I'm coaching. No,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Right. Right.
if all remains the same and it boils down to it and the percentage is the same, then you have to look past the percentage. You have to look at
Correct.
some other factors. You have to look at how you get along with the team when you went on that visit. You have to look at
Right.
success rate. You have to
Correct.
look at production level. Like, are these coaches producing people
Top tier
like,
athletes.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your goal is to make it at the professional level, look and see if that coach ever produced any pro.
Right. Makes
You know what I'm
sense.
saying?
Right.
So that's kind of how I grew
Gauge
up.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
That's how my parents never came on any visit with me. I went on all those visits by myself because they knew it was going to be my decision, and they
Right.
grew me to know that not because them over here some pick you up in limousine means say, yeah, no, that's all for the show.
Right. Right.
That's
What?
all for the show,
Yep.
because we all know when you really do get there and you think that paper is a different story.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I feel that, bro. Hey, so that is crazy, bro. So let's talk about some of your, about your time at Arkansas, and
Yes.
some of your accolades. NCAA indoor champion, your 4-time All-American,
Yeah.
2-time SEC champion, bro. Like, hey, give me talk about that, and then give us I guess your most memorable moment as a Razorback. I think I know what it is, but because I think I was there, but explain to the people, you know what I mean. Talk about some of the accolades, and then your most memorable moment as a Razorback.
Yeah, man. I personally, I don't even keep track with my accolades. I just know I just win a lot of
You got a
stuff.
lot. Yeah, you got a lot.
I
Hey,
just, I just, I win
if
a
you
lot of
didn't
stuff.
know, you got a lot.
All
Yeah,
right,
like,
good. Yeah, I won NCAA's with my TA, I want to say 2, 3 times. I won individually twice, NCAA, won SECs as well, a couple of years. I made the World Championship team and the Olympic team while I was a college student.
a lot
And
of
so,
rings. A lot of
yeah,
rings.
a lot of rings. Yeah, so my time at Arkansas, I mean, was great. I was super low key. I knew it worked out that Arkansas was just not like a LSU or party town. I just never wanted to be in a city. I grew up in a community that was super low key. I was always in the excitement, but never lived in the excitement, if that
Right,
makes
right,
sense. And
right,
Fayetteville worked out to be just what that was. And
right.
now Fayetteville is like turning into a city. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
bro. It
But
getting crazy, boy.
I
You know,
know it's
I still
crazy.
here, so you know it growing, bro. It
Right.
growing, bro.
But when I was there, it was never that. It was super low key. It's out the way. People say you're in the
Mm-hmm.
middle of nowhere.
No way, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Man, you know
fine.
when me and you was in school, that's how it was, bro.
You
Real
know,
talk. Mm-hmm.
so it was just like, I'm okay with that because I get a chance to focus. I ain't got my friends saying, hey, let's go
Right.
hit the city and we're going to this club and we're going to that club. Like we got one street.
Dixon,
We go
that's
hit
it.
that one street.
That's
And
it.
I don't even hit that street very often, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to focus a lot. The people there was very welcoming and nice. I don't know if it's probably because I was just winning, but my
Yeah.
experience,
I think
I
it's half. I
shared
think
it.
it's half and half. Half and half.
You know,
I think people genuine in Fayetteville, for the most part, and then obviously, like you say, you a champ, bro. You a winner, bro. You a big time athlete on the campus, so you can get that double
type of
coverage. You
attention.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you go
exactly.
to restaurants, people are recognizing you, folks want to
Right,
pay for your food.
right.
It was
Dope.
great. I
Very
mean, to
dope,
be
bro.
honest, it was great. It was great. Graduated from Arkansas, so I have my degree.
Oh yeah.
My academic support that I had there was phenomenal.
Right,
Obviously, I had my coaching that was great, and medical staff that was phenomenal. From chiropractor to masseuse, big up Miss Robin. Miss Robin
right.
made sure my muscles were on par every time. A1, yeah. My doctors, chiropractors, big up Bobby, Millennium Chiropractic.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
it was a great time, man. I think my most memorable time or moment at Arkansas probably was when I first jumped 17 meters.
Yes, sir.
And
Okay,
and
I see.
and
I was
and
right then.
and
I was right.
yes, and so
Indoors.
it was crazy because the lead up to that was insane. I'd gotten
Mm.
food poisoning earlier that week.
I
I
didn't
was
remember that. I did not
vomiting.
remember that.
Yeah, I was
I didn't
vomiting
remember that.
and diarrhea
Oh
all
man.
week long. Like it was to the point where the staff was thinking to pull me from the event. And
Right.
in my mind, I
No,
was
sir.
like, nah. Like
I can figure
I'm
it out.
ready, my body feel ready, my headspace ready, like everything is aligning. Like take me to the doctor, let me get some IV and rehydrate or whatever the case may be. But all these big dogs coming in town, I remember Latoon and Latario Collins
Yeah, yeah.
from Bahamas.
Shout out them boys. Shout out them
Yeah,
boys, man.
man.
Them
I was
dogs.
competing with them guys since I was 9.
Right, right. Shout out my
Them
boys.
guys was at A&M. We had a guy, Jeremiah Green. He was from Jeremiah was at Alabama. We had a couple got Keandre Bates from Florida. We had all the top dogs, like
Mm-hmm.
the top 10 jumpers in the
Was
nation
there.
were
Was there,
showing up
yeah.
at
Facts.
Tyson. And I said to
Facts.
Travis, "I'm off a jump. I'm off a jump. I'm
Facts.
off to jump." And
Facts. Yeah, yeah.
this is 2 weeks after I opened up my season with a PR. I jumped like 1669 or something from 10 steps. I was
Mm.
like, them dad. And so I remember, I PR'd 5 out of 6 jumps that competition.
Mm-hmm.
And the one jump that I didn't PR was a foul. Every single jump was a PR. From the first jump was a big PR, 1670 something, 1670
I
something,
remember that, bro. I remember that. I
1680
remember that. I
something.
remember that day, clear as day, bro. Clear as day, bro.
Yes,
That was dope. That
every
was
jump.
that was
And
a
we were
that was a good
exchanging
day,
the
bro.
lead too. So it's like
Right.
I was jumping, I pop off on big jump, Latario come,
Back,
slam off
boom.
my head. I say,
Yeah.
okay, come right back. Boom,
Boom. Yeah,
big
yeah,
jump.
yeah. Yep.
Had the whole indoor
Yeah,
rocking.
that,
It
that
was
was that was a
nuts.
crazy day. I wish I had some footage of that. But that was
Yes,
a big
man.
day, bro.
It was a
Tyson
huge day.
Invitational Indoor with Clive, bro. That was
Yes, man.
big,
It was
bro.
crazy. And
For
that
sure.
17-meter jump was my sixth jump. It was my last jump of the
Last jump.
competition.
Yeah, yeah. I
I'd
remember that,
already
bro.
wrapped it up.
I remember how excited you was when that happened, bro, because you was
Oh my God.
running around
So
the
for
whole indoor track, you know what I
oh my
mean?
word. Like
Yeah,
for the
doing your
viewers,
dance.
17 meters is considered like a 9-second 100 meters. That's the number. Like 17 is like running sub 10.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
this for the
facts.
viewers. This for the viewers.
Yeah, appreciate
17
that.
meters,
Appreciate that
56,
breakdown.
57 feet is considered the equivalency of running 9 seconds in 100 meters. So that's
Yeah,
a huge deal.
a
And
very
for
big
every
deal.
triple jumper, you want that magic number. For every
Of
long
course.
jumper, it's 8 meters. For right now, it's
Right.
like 850 or 830 or 840. But for triple jump, it's like
Evolving.
17 meters. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
So
right,
PRing every jump, clearly I was on par to do something special.
right.
And I remember probably my fifth jump was a foul. I want to say it was a foul. And then I remember going over to Travis and he was like, dude, emotional intelligence. He goes, calm yourself down and know you're hyper, but execute the plan. Execute the plan. And I remember walking back over and telling myself that I stepped on the runway. I
Execute the
remember
plan.
looking up to that corner, I pointed my finger.
Right.
Everybody started to clap.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I started
yeah.
listening to the clap as if it were to be the rhythm of my run.
Right.
And it kept going and it kept going and it kept going. And I took my first step. And then from my first step, it was a blur. The next time I
Mm.
gained consciousness, I was off the board. The next time I gained consciousness, I felt like I was in the air for like 5 minutes.
That's
Yeah, that's how
exactly.
it felt to me. When I landed in the pit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I took off running. I didn't even look. I didn't even look to see if
You'd
there was a
already
white
know.
flag.
You already know.
I just knew that was far.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
landed and I took off out the pit.
I remember that, bro. Claire, dog.
It was
Claire.
crazy. It was
Claire, bro.
crazy.
I remember, I think it was like 17-19 or something like that.
Yes.
I remember that day. I
Yes.
remember that being on, I literally visually remember that being on the board, bro. Like I remember that day, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Yes,
mean? That was
man.
crazy because you know I always just come and support y'all, bro. For
Absolutely.
sure, bro.
It was a day to remember.
That was definitely a day to remember, dog. That's
Yeah,
crazy,
man.
bro. But so after after college, did you get the opportunity to go pro?
Yes. So my senior year went to World Championships. That was in London, and that was when I signed with Shuba and Company Puma.
Shout
And
out Puma. All right.
yes, absolutely. And I was, Puma has been in my corner post that season to all the way to 2021 too, off
Right.
in there. So
Right.
a good 7-8 years.
Right. A Puma.
Um, we've built great relationship to now where our track club that Travis heads
Right.
is predominantly Puma athletes.
Shout out,
Jamie
bro. That's crazy.
Hibbert, Wayne Pinnock, even Tara Hunter,
Mm-hmm.
Sandy Morris, Laquan that signed with Puma, and it goes on.
Right.
We have a really 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 good relationship with Puma, and that company does take care of their
Oh
athletes.
yeah, you could see that, bro. You could see how excited people, even like in the basketball space. You know what I mean? You could see like
Yes,
they take care of their athletes and give them kind of like that freedom to kind of just be them, bro. Other brands I
absolutely.
feel like don't. I mean, besides I'd say, I think New Balance kind of on that same track where
Yeah,
they really look out for the athletes. But I think
absolutely.
Puma and New Balance is definitely that, like, bro. We care
Yes,
about our athletes. You know what I mean? So you
for
can correct
sure.
me if I'm wrong,
No,
but
no,
that's
no.
the
They
thing.
they
Yeah.
they they did the big. They
Yeah, for
did the
sure. They
big.
definitely be looking out for the alleys. All right, cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let's talk about this national team experience, bro. So the Rio Olympics 2016, right? So
Yes.
you got celebrity teammates, right?
Yes.
On the male side, you got Usain Bolt. Then you
Yes.
got a Safa Pop. You
Yes.
got Johan Blake, right? And then
Yes.
you got
Yes.
your fellow Razorbacks, Kamoy Campbell and Omar McLeod, right?
Yes.
Then on the female side, you got Elaine Thompson,
Yes.
Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce,
Yes.
Veronica Campbell,
Yes.
Sharika Jackson,
Crazy.
all these big names, bro, and then yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, how
Yes.
does it feel to be considered like you were on that team, bro? How does it feel to be, or knowing that you was participating like with these greats, and then, bro, lining yourself up with them, like, bro, damn, like If they here and I'm here, that means I gotta be somebody myself. You know what I mean? Like, talk to me about
Yeah,
that experience, bro.
man, it was. I still to this day, and we're a good 9 years post that, and I still struggle to put into words
Yeah.
a good description.
Right.
What I must say is though is that those veteran athletes, the Johan Blakes, the Asafa Powell, the Usain Bolts, the
Mm-hmm.
Shelly-Ann Fraser, the Elaine Thompson, the Veronica Campbell, did an extremely good job, in my opinion, in opening up their arms to us, the younger athletes. I want to say that that Olympic team was predominantly newcomers,
Mm.
up and coming athletes.
Right, right, right.
Outside of those names that you called, there probably was like 3 or 4 more veterans.
Right, right, right.
Outside of that, we're all
Mm-hmm.
college students or younger.
Right,
And
right.
so it was a young man showing, if for lack of better terms. You say did a
Correct.
great job, Shelly-Ann Fraser. Right now, Shelly-Ann Fraser and I talk weekly.
Okay,
That
okay.
started a relationship that is
Shout out Shelly,
lifelong,
bro.
long
Shout out
standing,
Shelly, bro. Shout out Shelly.
Absolutely.
For
Shelly is
sure.
the godmother of my son. And
There we
so
go.
it's one of them things, man. Like I really appreciated them for putting their arms around us and letting us feel comfortable on that stage because
As they
it
should.
can
As
be
they should. As they should.
frightening.
Yeah.
That stage is frightening. I told you the
That's the
only
top of
next
the top.
time,
That's the top of the top.
man,
You can't get no higher than the Olympics, bro. No higher.
dude, in the opening ceremony, seeing LeBron James and KD
Oh
and Steph
man.
Curry and and
Yeah.
and and Auntie Kapukumbo and like I'm looking at these guys like, dude, like I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
believe
yeah.
I'm walking on TV. These
Right.
guys are right across me. You go into the dining hall and you're seeing these guys and you're like, wow, we're all in the same village. Like you're just in that building over there. Like I can
Yeah,
just go
yeah,
over there and
yeah.
just, yo, LeBron, and then just
Yeah,
hands up.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Yeah,
what?
yeah. You go
And we
take the
just over
picture, you
here,
know what I mean?
we're just kicking it. Like you saying on a Safa Powell's room was right beneath mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when those guys had gotten done, Bolt had pulled off the three-peat and the man the man is such a celebrity that he couldn't even eat in the cafeteria. His manager had to go get food and bring it.
Of
Because
course. Of
he's such a
course.
good dude that
Of
like
course.
no
He'd take
matter the
pictures with
crowd,
everyone. Yeah.
no matter the urgency of where he needs to be, he's going to stop and talk to people. He's
Right.
going to stop and sign signatures.
Right.
And
Right.
so like if we're leaving for practice at 10 o'clock,
Right.
him probably need to leave out from 9:15 because I spend all of 45 minutes signing
Right.
autographs. And
Right.
he's not turning it away anyone.
Right.
You know,
Right. That's
um,
dope.
I remember he came out on his balcony, him and a Safa, and people saw him from the balcony from down, and people started crowding up at the on the ground
Bottom part.
floor
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
like waving at him, and he like take off his marina and like throw it out, and like people
Yeah.
would scramble and fight over it. He'd come back in, he get a shirt, throw the
Yeah.
shirt. People that humping a face and fighting to get the one shirt. He would get his little pillow from the
Yeah.
couch that we all have, and
Right.
he'd throw it, but it must because it's coming from Bolt. Him
Right.
touch that one here.
Of course. Yeah.
We have to get this one.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was crazy, man. It was
Yeah.
crazy. It was
Mm-hmm.
crazy. It's
Surreal.
surreal. Like you have
Yeah.
to experience it to like understand. I don't even. I don't do it justice describing because
Right.
oh my god, I just felt like it was a dream.
I
I felt
feel
like I
that,
was
bro.
in a dream the entire time.
I feel that the thing about that is, bro, I remember during that time when you did make it, bro. I was so happy for you, bro. I
Yes,
was like, man, I know my boy about to go there and just soak it all in, and bro, I don't know, but
absolutely.
that's amazing, bro. That's very
It's a
amazing,
huge
bro.
campus. Like you're the entire world, every single team, you're on one campus,
Hmm.
and it's such high security, drones flying all around. Securities are on all parameters. Public vehicles cannot come within 5 miles of the village, and the village never shuts down. If
Okay.
you're not focused and you go there, you just party out your life because there's something happening all the time.
Right, right,
The
right, right.
cafeteria never shut down, so if you're not
Let me
used to
see.
food, you sit down and name till you blue. Yeah, them have the game section. Them have
Right.
every Olympian get Samsung is a title sponsor for the Olympics.
Right,
So
right.
everyone gets like an exclusive Samsung phone with the Olympic rings embedded in it, and
You
you
still
get a
got that? You
chip.
still got that phone?
Yeah, I still got that phone.
I
You
got you. I
got
got you.
you got a chip from Samsung, and that got service on it, and so they make sure that you got service all the time. You have a McDonald's on the campus that just serve food all the time. You just go and show your credential, and if you want 50 burgers, they have to make that. Yeah, it's wild. Like it's so
That's
crazy. Like
crazy, bro.
there's stuff to do all
Right,
around the campus all day long, and the
right.
place never shut down. Lights on every day,
Hmm.
24 hours. They have bus and shuttles that carry you all around the campus.
Right.
You have things I don't know, man. It's hard to explain, bro.
I feel that, bro.
It's crazy.
I can imagine, bro. That's crazy for real,
It's
bro.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
So let's talk about Clive Pullen, the coach, bro. So
Yes.
I think I want to say I'm not too sure, but I want to say you had some time coaching here when you was at Arkansas as well for a little bit, and
Yes.
then you went to Tennessee,
Yes.
coach, and you went to Kansas,
Yes.
and then now currently you're at K State. So tell me
Yes.
about a little bit about that journey one, and then two, like about it's about a little bit about the coaching life now, and working with kids
Yes.
who are in the same position as you.
Yes, absolutely. So, um, it's crazy because I think coaching kind of creeped up on me like fast.
Mm.
So, obviously, I graduated computer engineering degree. I went pro, and then along the way, I remember Travis would like come plant the seed just a little bit, like, dude, you'd be such a phenomenal coach, and I'd be like, bro, what the hell are you even talking about? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in my fairness, like. I never understood the coaching scope at the NCAA level. I just never understood it. I never knew it was a legitimate career. Like you make a lot of money. Like I didn't understand the whole thing.
Right.
Um, and so I was just not as open to it in the initial stages. But at the same time, I was coaching just the same. It's almost
Right.
like so he I remember vividly. This was when we were at Tennessee. He brought me into his office once and he was like, dude, you know that I've been getting calls on your behalf. Like people are asking about your availability. And I'm like, no way. And he's like, yes way. And I'm like,
Yes, way.
really? And he started showing me like emails and
Hmm.
University of Miami was one of these, South Dakota was one, Middle Tennessee was one. I'm like, wow, this is probably like my second or third year pro. And I'm like, damn, okay. And I'm seeing like what is being offered, and I'm like, wow, okay. And so I slowly started like
Get more
warming up to the
interested. Get more
idea.
interested. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. And I remember 2021 Olympics, I was ranked top 15. I was not allowed to leave the country based on the premise of where I was green card wise. I was on the verge of getting my green card,
Right.
and in that time, had I left, I would have none of
Forfeited it. Yeah.
forfeited that
Hmm.
process.
Yeah.
And so got a selection from even my federation. So I was technically on the 2021 Olympic team, but was not able to attend the Olympics because I had to make a big boy decision in that time. I had
Right.
to either
Bro. I did not know that, bro.
yes, so I
I did
had
not
to
know that.
I had to make the decision: do I go to my second Olympics and then just go right back home, or do I just swallow this tough pill and just say, okay, I've been already and it's okay,
Damn. That's
and
woo.
have a future here.
Damn. Right. Right.
And so
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
yes,
It
I
ain't no.
had
It ain't
to.
no exemptions for nothing where you could have like worked that out.
Immigration no care, bro.
You're right.
You already
They
know.
definitely know. Oh yeah, especially now. They
You know
definitely
what I'm
don't.
saying?
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, okay, your mother did dead and you have to stay one day over the permitted time. You're out
No,
of there.
they don't care. You're right. You're right, bro. They
So
cutthroat for sure.
it's one of them things I just had to like make that decision
Hmm.
and just not go. And that was a tough
Damn,
one.
bro. I didn't
It
know
was
that.
it was a
And look, that was 4 years ago. You making me feel bad now, bro. That's crazy, bro. I didn't know that.
it was a tough pill. It was a tough pill.
Wow.
But
Mm.
in that time I was processing so much. The idea of coaching as well, I'm like, all these stuff, these potentials will just not be if I go, because I'll just have to just go home after that,
Home, yeah.
or start over the whole process that we just like invested so much money in. Like, you already know how that process
Oh
goes.
yeah, oh yeah,
And
thousands, bro.
so, and so, um, Travis was like, dude, had a real heart-to-heart conversation with me, and he was like, dude, here's what I see. I recruited you. I came down to Jamaica. I came down to KC, and you have been coaching since you were 15 years old.
Essentially, yeah.
He's like, dude, you, Coach Jeremy, barely coached you. That was my high school coach. He was like, Coach Jeremy sent all these guys to you. And I'm like,
Facts.
that's legit. Like, that's like actually what happened. And then I come to Arkansas, and he's like, all your teammates that weren't like you were still trying to help them up. You were coaching. And I'm like, oh
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
And then,
you always been that type of guy, bro. No joke.
you know what I'm saying? So I've always been the type. I knew how special I was, and I also knew that if I can do anything, I can help.
Right.
And by me helping, it's one of them things where, you know, you're in class and your teacher is teaching, and you may not receive it well from the teacher, but your classmate said, yo, bro, you
Right.
know what this just say array, and just
Right.
eat in layman's term, and you end up understand. It was
Yeah.
one of them things to me, like the coaching may be, the verbiage may be one way coming from the coach, but because I
Right.
already understood, I was able to just say it in a different way with a different spin, with just a different accent, maybe say it, I don't know, and then it was received well,
Yeah. Right.
and you
Just
know
got that.
everybody,
You got that knack for people, bro. You know what I mean?
yeah, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, and so I looked at it and I looked at how involved I was whenever recruits were in town. This was at Arkansas and at Tennessee, and then I'm like,
Starting to make sense.
this is starting to add up.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
so, you know, that was that first stint of schools reaching out to try on my availability. And
Right.
then we moved from Tennessee back to Arkansas, and I moved with, and I started being way more involved now. And I remember the route for us moving from Tennessee back to Arkansas was for a specific reason. That's for our next time, our next tour for our next time.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
But with that, I was tied into it too.
Right.
And things never quite worked out how we anticipated. And opportunities came up again because of, you know, everybody, every school and every coach in the NCAA sees me with Travis all the time, sees me with our jumpers all the time, and knows of my involvement with
Right.
recruiting and coaching. And
Correct.
so I remember we came back from the trials in Jamaica for the Olympics, and no, prior to the Olympics, it's the World Champs, 2023 World Champs. And when I landed foot back in the US, within 1 week, I got probably 5 different calls from different schools. And I was like, wow. So this would have been like, I want to say either the second or third time of calls. And
Right.
I think I was in the right space
Headspace. Yeah.
to receive it now.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, well, I remember Charles was at a Diamond League and he was coming back like 2 days time. And I go, dude, I remember texting him. I'm like, dude, we need to talk. And he was like, okay. And he called me and I'm like, I don't even want to rackle your brain right now. You need to focus. You have time. You need to focus. When you come back, we talk.
Right.
And, you know, he came back. We went out for dinner and I laid it all out on the table for him. And I wanted a father response and feedback, because Travis to me holds several different titles. He's like a father to me. He's like a mentor to me. He's like a friend. He's like a brother. Like that guy. That's my guy. You know,
Like you say, jack of all trades, right?
jack of all trades. And so I laid it all out, and during that dinner meeting, we ironed out a game plan to execute, and it
Right.
landed me at Kansas University.
Shout out to Jayhawks, man.
Shout out to Jayhawks. Unknowingly, that Travis would have left a year later. That was not in the plans.
Correct.
Not in the plans. So a lot of people may see now and like, him go KU and him know same was going come back with Travis and blah. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
like life just worked out that way. It was
Right.
not in the plans. Like
Right.
that guy was a hired coach at Arkansas. You know, at this time I'd have a family and I gotta fend for me and look out for my best interests
Oh
and
yeah.
some
Oh yeah. Can't worry.
opportunities came my way.
You can't worry what people saying, bro. You got to do what you
No,
got to do. What's best for you and your family, for sure.
absolutely. And so, you know, we were very calculated and we worked out a deal that was best suiting for me and my family and it worked out and I grabbed it with both hands and moved on. Right?
Yeah.
I flew from the nest and it was the best decision for me because now I had an operating figure that was my standard. And I
Right.
knew the next move was only going to be even greater.
Of
And
course.
every move after that was going to be greater. And you
For sure.
already know, you know, you're in corporate America. Um, it's the ladder.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
You got to
saying?
take
And
them
so
steps, bro. Got
so
to
you
take them
you gotta
steps.
you gotta take some steps and you gotta be strategic and you gotta be calculated. And I think I did a really good job of doing that because now I'm here and I'm in a way better situation. I'm not saying that it wasn't a great situation. I was in a great situation. Now I'm even in a greater situation. It's God is the greatest.
Always. Always, for sure. All right.
Yeah,
So,
man.
bro, so I guess you could go through this a little quicker, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing crazy with this question, but give me a breakdown of some, like, I guess I'd say three to five up and coming Jamaican sprinters or jumpers. Give me a
Okay.
list. Give me some names to look out, like we should be looking out for.
All right. Before we even get out to that,
All right.
I didn't address how it is like me coaching now.
Yeah,
Um,
let's go. Go back a little bit.
Yeah, let's go back a little bit. So, um, Travis and I, Travis. So Travis is director of track and field. He's
Mm-hmm.
the head guy.
Right.
So he has no boss besides the AD, and he's my boss. Now, with that, because I'm also a product of Travis's system, I know him very well. I look through the same lens, and he trusts me the same way. And so when it comes down to recruiting, I have a very good eye for talent. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know exactly, I have a different spin on coaching. I have a completely different spin. A lot of coaches may coach from the literature. A lot of coaches may coach from experience and experience in coaching. I am coming as the athlete that did it, that knows the literature and has the experience. This is very unique.
Right.
I'm in a
Yep.
very unique situation. I'm a very unique person. You
Correct.
know, when I'm
Yeah.
talking about training, I'm talking about stuff that I did myself and I know what it feels like. So
I know what
I'm
it
not
takes.
talking
Yeah.
in a vacuum. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not asking of you to do
What do
some
you
things that I
that
have
you
never
haven't
even
done?
done myself.
Right. You made it to the
And so
pinnacle.
absolutely. And so what better person to learn from than the person that walked the path already? You know, I'm close in age, right?
Right. You still in
I
your
am I am the bridge between a Travis and a younger coming
yeah.
athlete.
You're right in the middle. Yeah.
I can relate to them better. I can articulate. I can speak the same lingo. I have a swag. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, sir.
I got a lot of things going on for me. So I'm a very unique tool, if for
Right.
lack of better terms. I
Correct.
am a recruiting machine. I know how to recruit. You know what I'm saying? Back
Right.
in the Caribbean, everybody knows me. So I have it's easier
Right. Right.
than the normal American coach.
Right.
I have international experience and international relationships. So
Right.
for track and field specifically, I should be able to get to any individual that I'm wanting to. I am connected enough from agents to shoe brands to coaches to schools to just my own reputation
Right.
that a part of coaching is having great athletes.
Right.
To be a great coach, you need great athletes, and
Correct.
so
It goes hand in
recruiting
hand.
is a great, is a very important factor in
Right.
the coach and athlete relation. You need
Right.
to recruit. A lot of people, yeah, you can coach and you can coach your ass off, but if you don't have an athlete that has the tools, it's in vain. Like
Correct.
it's a 15-year project. And as
Correct.
you already know, the NCAA system and eligibility wise, you only got 4 years. Sometimes you only got two if you get a JUCO kid.
Right.
Sometimes you got three if you got a kid that was academically ineligible. So the time frame that you're working with is very minimal. So you
Right.
need to have some fundamentals down.
Right.
You know
You
what I'm
gotta have,
saying? You
yeah,
need
gotta
to
have
have
something going
somebody
for
that
you.
has at least the skeleton that I can fill in.
Right.
Or someone that just is raw, that rough edges, and I can smooth it out. And you know, have no farm, you hand them all over the place, and we can say, no, bro, you need to just have your hand them right here, boom. Or
Right.
you need to learn how to like triple extend, and you need to be in the gym, and we have the right movement patterns that we're working on in the gym that we work on also on the track. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm coming at a different angle. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the coach that have the rum belly that telling you to run 500s, and me myself can't even walk 10 meters. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Yeah.
When I'm
Yeah.
asking to do drills, I'm still able to demonstrate, because guess what? You see, when you're doing things right, age and them things, they don't really matter.
Right.
You know, I had mentors like Mike Conley, who was the first human being to have jumped 60 feet in the world. The man had the world
Human.
record before Jonathan Edwards.
Yeah.
That guy is like in his 60s, and that man demonstrate drills and show me. So when you're exposed to the right piece of information, it don't matter about age and all them things. Like,
Right.
you can still do. And I think for me, I've just been fortunate throughout my development as a junior to a senior to a professional to now a coach, that I've had good solid people in my corner, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just exposed to the right pieces of information very early. So
Right.
now I want the world to be ready for my son Chase, because in my one and in my already I get exposed.
Of course, of course. I mean, you already know who Mummy is too. Like, shoot,
You already know.
Mama's a Olympian as well, bro. So like,
Absolutely.
Mummy and Daddy Olympian. You can't, you know what I mean. He can't
Can't
run
go
from it,
wrong.
bro. He
I
cannot run
can't
from
run
it,
from
bro.
it.
Hey, that reminds me, bro. We gotta get wifey on here too, bro. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Talk, bro. But
Absolutely, man.
yeah, give me
Absolutely.
yeah. But let's
So
get to that. Yeah,
yeah, so you said upcoming
unless
athletes.
yeah, some Jamaican upcoming athletes. You know what I mean? Like, give me like one or two or three. You know what I mean?
Um, that one is tricky. You kind of put me on the spot, because
I
you
got you.
know.
You know what? You know what? You're a recruiter. I ain't gonna do that to you. We can jump into the next question. We can
Because
save
I
the one
got,
for
I
next
got
time.
some ones that nobody know about yet. I just
Yeah,
know how to
yeah.
put it on
Hey,
air, and
we ain't gonna expose that
now
like
they
that. Everything
getting
cool.
bomb rust, and
It's all good. It's all
that
good. We
is
can
it.
leave it like that. So we can
That
jump
is
into
it.
you can jump into the next question. So give me a unpopular opinion
My unpopular opinion.
of yours. Yeah, anything.
Mm, unpopular opinion. Um. Okay, unpopular opinion. I am more electric than I am gas.
Explain.
Um. I I wouldn't say I am a huge supporter of Elon Musk, but I like the physics and the behind the scene thought.
Okay.
I'm a Tesla guy.
Okay.
I prefer that over stopping and buying gas that fluctuate all the time. That's just my
Okay.
opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, that's
Okay.
not
I
a
like that
popular
one.
opinion. It's
I
a
like
very
that one.
unpopular
I
opinion.
like that
I,
one. I
I'm
like that
I,
one.
I'm more electric than I am gas.
Okay, I like that one. I like
Yeah.
that one. All right. So let's jump into these rapid fire questions, bro. So you know what rapid fire is. You gotta get through
Yeah.
them as quick as possible, all right?
Ooh-wee.
So boom. All right. So let's get to this first one. Favorite teammate on the 2016 Olympic team.
Shelly-Ann Fraser.
Boom. Okay. Can you beat Usain Bolt in a 100-meter dash?
Absolutely not.
Favorite brand for track, like as
Uh,
personally.
personally, Puma.
Puma. Okay. Okay. Jerk chicken or oxtail?
Ooh, Oxtail.
Okay. Okay.
Oxtail.
Okay. All right. And this last one I got for you. King of the dancehall, Beanie Man or Vibes Cartel?
Vibes Cartel every day, world boss.
Okay. Okay.
World
Okay.
boss.
I got you. I got you. I got you. So the last thing we gonna leave off here with, bro. Just you kind of been talking about it throughout the interview, but just some advice for up and coming athletes, bro.
Vibes, advice for upcoming athletes. Follow your dream. Don't let no one tell you can't do something or achieve something. If you want to know, oh, here's a good one. Those who wish you well will also help you. Those who want you to
Mm.
do well will help you do well.
Ooh, I
You
like that
know?
one. Hey, I like.
Yes,
I might have to type that one up. I like that one.
absolutely. Those who want you to do well will help you to do well.
Those who want
Um,
you to help you do it. I like that one.
absolutely. I think you know, for upcoming athletes, you know, like I said, being exposed to the right pieces of information.
Right.
Don't try to figure things out on your own. Try to seek it out. You know.
Right.
I like the analogy of you can't be the sole one that is trying to get somewhere, and those you surround yourself is on a whole different tangent. You
Right.
know, if you want to be rich, you have to hang out with rich people.
Correct.
If
I
you
agree.
you can't be the only one that want to be rich and you hang out with just
You
people that not
don't
going
got the
that
same
not
ambitions.
nah, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to own a business or be an entrepreneur, go find entrepreneurs and go be in that crowd.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, seek out those people. And don't be
Right.
afraid to ask questions. I feel like a lot of times
It's a
people
big one.
misconstrue independence. Feel like everybody just Superman and they could just do it on their own. Like for every successful person, it took a village. For
Correct.
every successful person that you see out there that we worship,
Right.
they too were in our position and they just had good, solid people around them. And they seeked out people that were in positions that they strive to be like
Right.
and learned from them.
Right. Right.
You know, I never stop learning. I as good as you see me now, and as expert as you would like to consider me, I am
Right.
also still learning,
Right.
and I will never stop being a student. Never stop being a student. I think that's
Got
the
you.
biggest one. Never stop being a student.
I like that, bro. I like everything you just said, bro. And hopefully the youth see this and they, you know what I mean, they actually take that advice and try to really put that to the test, bro. Um,
Absolutely,
but again, bro, I appreciate you pulling up, bro. You know what I mean, supporting me, bro, supporting your boy, bro. You know,
absolutely.
we might have to do this again a second time when you off on to bigger and better things.
All
You know what
right,
I mean? And we
yeah,
can just figure it out.
anytime
But again, I appreciate it, bro. You
for
know,
sure.
but again, it's your boy Clive Pullen, it's your boy Shemavelli, and we out, man. Peace.
Appreciate you, man. Thank
All
you.
right, bro.